The man with the photographic mind. Ted Serios has been called the man with the photographic mind, not because of his memory, but because of his ability to impress photographs on Polaroid film by simple concentration. Most of what we know about the case comes to us from Jule Eisenbud, a Denver psychiatrist who worked with Serios in the 1960s. Serios, a former Chicago hotel concierge, lived in Eisenbud's house for the duration of the experiments. His usual procedure was to look fixedly into the camera lens, often through a cylinder of black paper, and then to tell the experimenter when to snap the lens. This often resulted in a blurred scene imprinted on the film. Naturally, skeptics shouted loudly that it was all a hoax from beginning to end, claiming that the strange top hat Serios liked to work with contained a hidden agenda. But these criticisms cannot in the least explain all of Serios's successes. A particularly thought-provoking experiment was devised by Dr. Eisenbud in 1965. Several witnesses gathered in his house, and each wrote on a piece of paper a target theme. Serios were told nothing about the suggestions and were simply asked to imprint one of the targets, suggested on Polaroid film. This meant that a part of Serios's mind had to clairvoyantly perceive the cards, choose one of the targets, and then imprint it on the photographic paper. Serios began this part of the experiment by drinking a few beers and then set to work focusing his gaze on the Polaroid lens. The resulting image made one think of a fuzzy close-up photo of a spider. It did not seem to agree with any of the suggestions offered by the guests, except, vaguely, with the one expressed in one of the cards with the words, "scaled wing biplane." 2 years later, Dr. Eisenbud was leafing through a copy of the volume The American Avian Tradition, and, to his surprise, found there a series of photographs of scaled wing biplanes, and that photograph of Serios was identical to one of the illustrations.